eyes of the snakes. Training day. Let's do this. Hi-yapa! Sensei Wu heard the sound of ninja training echo through the dojo, but the training room was empty. Puzzled, Sensei Wu opened the door to the dojo parlor. Cole, Zane, Jay, and Kai weren't training. They were playing a ninja video game. Hee hee. Aha! The Sensei will unplug the game. Just because Lord Garmager escaped doesn't mean he won't return, Sensei Wu told them. You must keep up with your training with them. We can train tomorrow, Cole said. Never put off until tomorrow what can be done today, Sensei Wu said. Cole smiled. Then I guess I'll eat pizza today. No pizza! Sensei Wu yelled. In order to reach your full potential, you must train. Don't worry, Master Zane, we will be ready when Lord Garmadon returns. Kai's little sister Nia ran into the room. Guys, Lord Garmadon has returned, she cried. Just because Lord Garmadon is cute doesn't mean he will come back, blah blah blah, whatever. You talk too much. I don't. The ninjas quickly grabbed the 4 golden weapons of Spinjitzu. Kai held the sword of fire. Cole held the sight of quakes. Zane held the shuriken of ice. Jay held the nunchucks of lightning. Then each ninja climbed into the dragon and streaked through the sky into the village. Easy, easy. The ninja were out of a little practice. They came to a crash landing in Jemang with a frightened villager who was screaming and running into their home. A tall black shadow loomed over the village. Lord Garmadon! Quickly, the ninja ran to face him. They drew their weapons. Shing shing. Oof. 그냥 이렇게 떨어졌대. Oof. 저렇게 떨어져요. 그 다음에 뭐는 practice가 많이 안 했으니까. A figure of black stepped forward, but it wasn't Lord Garmadon. It was a little boy. It is I, Lord Garmadon, he cried. This must be Lord Garmadon's son, Cole realized. Give me your candy or I'll release the serpentines on you, Lord directed. And he opened the door and toy stick sprang out. 카이가 이렇게 했어요. 해서 얘가 give me your candy 했대. 사람들이 vegetable 했다는 얘기했어요. Hey, I don't want vegetables. I said I want candy. I hate vegetables. 이렇게 말했어요. Does he really think he can scare people with an old bedtime story? Kai said. The serpentine, the real Kai, Zane said seriously. Yeah, right. So I suppose the believe an excellent race of snakes people that used to rule in NINJAGO are now locked underground. Maybe I could just break over my side of quakes. I don't think that could break the whole earth. The ninja didn't take Lord seriously. They hung him by the pants of the sign in town. I will get my revenge on you all! Lloyd yelled. The ninja just laughed. Think about some candy. And they ate it in front of Lloyd. Cotton candy, Jay said, taking a big bite. I hate cotton candy. Give me that cotton candy. It's like clouds. I'm never gonna give you this cotton candy. The ninja went back onto the dragon. As Kai climbed over his, the squirrel fell out of his bed, attached it to his saddle. That's Sensei's bag, Zane said. You must have taken it back next day. Zane read it to the squirrel. He relieved pressing about the future. One ninja will rise above the others and become the green ninja. The Dark Lord and Zane read. You think they mean Lord Garmadon? Cole asked. They looked at the skull. Beside the green ninja were one red, one blue, one black, and one white. Hey, wait, is it that us? There you hang on. Hey, you pa, whoopa, whatty, what? Is anyone else thinking what I'm thinking, Kai asked? Like how good I am gonna look in green? They replied. Technically, I am the best, Zane pointed out. Cole got really angry. Everyone, stop it! We're supposed to be a team, remember? We weren't even supposed to see this squirrel. Let's go back and train. You got him and Slitherer. While the ninja flew back to the dojo, Lloyd stomped through the snowy mountain. Stupid ninja. I'll show them, he said, kicking stones at his feet. Clang! One of the stones hit something hard. Curious, Lloyd pushed away the snow. He found a stone with a strange carving on it. Lloyd pulled the lever and the stone began to slide over. Ah! Lloyd tumbled out. He fell hole and down into the icy chamber. He always stood up, and then he heard a creepy voice behind him. You are out of my mind to travel so far, little one. Lloyd gasped. A real serpentine flittered towards him. You are out of your mind to travel so far, little one. Look into my eyes, the snake creature said, hissed, and then his eyes glowed red. I will control your mind. Terrified, Lloyd stepped backward. He ducked to avoid the serpentine's hypnotized eyes. Lloyd had backed into a column of ice. The serpentine saw his own reflection in the eye that he had hypnotized himself by a mistake. Lloyd grinned. No, I will control you now on. Lloyd didn't know yet, but he had control of a serpentine. He's the leader of the... What will you do, Master? The general hissed. 해서얘가 us? 해서얘가 더 나온 거예요. As he spoke, the hybrid soldiers marched out of the shadows. My own army of snakes, Lloyd yelled. Back in the dojo, the four ninjas decided to hold a tournament. Last one standing is Green Ninja Kai explained. First, Kai and Jay faced up, but neither ninja could control the corridor. Jay got the shock of his own ninja, and Kai shot an energy blast when he didn't expect, but Kai still managed to win. Pool. Next is Kai가 이렇게 되니까 the first one to win. 3, 2, 1, ninja go! 해서 ninja go! Kai cried, and Cole and Zane began to battle. At first, Cole couldn't control his side. Zane tried to feed him in place with the power of a shuriken, but Cole knocked down Zane with the win. Now it's Cole against Kai, who would win? But they never found out because Kai set the training room on fire. 제가 저렇게 ninja go! 이렇게 해요. The first one to... If Cole beats Kai and Kai beats Cole, they will be the blah 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 NINJAGO. When beating 했으니까. But the Cole was now Cole against Kai. Who would win? But they never found out because Kai's sword set the training room on fire. I didn't expect that. Well, it was your fault because you made that idea. But you were the first one to beat Jay. Sensei arrived just in time. He used the shuriken of ice to put out the fire. What were you thinking? He asked angrily. We want to know which of us the chosen one. None, Kai asked. 제가 fire가 예뻤대 있었어요. 근데 센세이가 저 슈리켄들을 저 뜨거운 스타들을 해서 아이스인데 근데 water로 했어요. 그래서 얘가 hot 그래서 얘가 None of you, Sensei Wu replied. If you don't unlock your true potential, none of you are near the level of the Green Ninja. What does that Green Ninja do exactly? I wonder that too. I agree. Me too. While Sensei would scout the boys, Nia was visiting Jamanka village. Suddenly, she heard the villagers scream. Lloyd Garmadon marched through the town, followed by the Hydra army. The general on scales, his second in command, stood at his side. "Take the candy, take it all." Scales가 Slither. "Why are we only asking people to get sweets? You will do as I say because I hold the staff." "Yes, General. Take the candy, take it all." Nia quickly hid behind a building. She watched the general who held the golden staff. His red eyes began to glow and spin. He hypnotized all the villagers. Nia listened to Scaled argue with the general. "Why are we trading a town just to get sweets?" Scaled asked. "You will do as I say because I hold the staff," General replied. Back at the dojo, Sensei Wu had a vision of the village. He ran to the training room. "The separate teams are back," he told the ninja. "Everyone in Jamaica village is in danger." Oh. Bonk, 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 bonk. The ninjas hurried to their dragon and flew back into the village. They found Lloyd pushing a wheel full of candy. "Sorry, little Garmadon, but you passed your best time," Kai said. Lloyd scowled. He turned to his army. "Get him!" he yelled. "Yum! Chaotic candy. This is no time for jokes. It's time for jokes later." Affirmative. "Sense them," the general hissed. The hybrid army and the hypnotized villagers surrounded the four ninjas. Jay twirled his nation ready to fight. "No, the golden weapons are too unstable," Zing warned. "I guess that leaves us to with run!" Jay yelled. The ninja ran into Nia. They hypnotized everyone in town. "When you hear them rattle their hair, don't look in their eyes. How are we supposed to fight with our eyes closed?" "Look into my eyes." "We need to get the staff from the general," Nia said. "It holds the anti-venom. We could use it to break the spells of the villagers." Kai split up and raced to the general. Kai was about to surround the Hydra soldiers. "Want to play?" he asked. "Then how about a little spinjitzu?" "NINJAGO!" Kai began to spin. Every time a twirling tornado of red energy was so out of practice that he couldn't control his breath. He slammed into 너무 밝아서. 얘가 이렇게 할 때 이랬는데 저러고 그랬는데 얘가 팍! 우프. 다른 여자는 저 빌딩 위에서 얘가 "That is not what I expected." Zane saw Lloyd Trent escape with the candy. He threw his shurikens and ran at Lloyd. Then they froze the ground with his pet. Lloyd stopped short, and his candy tumbled. "Juicy, that was the first time." "Retreat!" Lloyd cried. 이 shuriken도 여기 frozen 돼 있어. 그래서 못 돼. So much candy. Yum. 내가 저기 안에 있었으면 나 그냥 하나 tiny bit만 가졌을 텐데. 그냥 이거만. The general ran away. The serpentine army tried to flee the villager, but Cole stopped the general with a high kick. Hey! The staff fell to the ground. Cole picked it up. The general ran away, but Scale stood his ground. "Look into my eyes." He hissed. "I control you." "Go!" Nia cried. She ran between Cole and Scales, then jumped up and kicked the snake creature. Bonk! "This will be a lesson for you." Bonk. "Let me kick your butt." Cole's Scales hurried away. Neil pointed to the staff in Cole's hand. You have to anti-venom, she said. Quick, the fountain! Cole jumped into the big fountain in the center of the village. She placed the staff in the water, and the blue mist rolled up. The villagers breathed in it. Soon they were back to normal. 이거 스모커가 있대. 눈을 봤대. 다시 나왔다. 그리고 누가 water 있었어요. 그래서 물이 있었어요. 그래서 누구 그리도저 red eyes가 있어서 하나 여자가 때리겠다. 그래서 다시 Sensei will walk through the mist. We're sorry, Sensei. We're sorry, Sensei, Kai told him. If we dealt with Lloyd before we became a problem, none of us would happen. Even lessons learned the hard way of lessons learned. Sensei Wu replied kindly. Then he grew serious. An evil grade had been released. A few troubles are coming. 그래도 컨트롤링이야. 근데 이건 first movie 때. 저 내가 가지고 싶은 거가 아니고. The trouble was brewing deep in the tomb of a hydra. I hold the key to destroy the ninja, Scales read. His eyes glowed red. Back in the dojo, Cole's eyes glowed red too. Scales still controlled him, and when the time was ready, he would strike.